Hey, welcome to Chaplain Moments Doctor's Call. And guess what? I got it right so far, all 3 weeks. Doing pretty good, huh? I'm getting better at this stuff. Hey, if there's anything you'd like to talk about, anything that comes up in a devotional, maybe you're watching questions, just ask you'd like to talk about, or maybe you'd like more information about how we can get together, email me, John at hopelowcountry.org. That's John at hopelowcountry.org. I'm sorry I don't give out my phone number over the internet because you never know who's watching and it could go nuts. So, John at hopelowcountry.org, give me an email and I'll arrange to get us together somehow, whether it's through Zoom or whether it's through an actual meeting. An actual meeting. Boy, that's a strange thing to say in today's world. So, anyways, uh, uh, give me a call and give me an email and we'll see what we can do. Hey, we're looking at love this month, and here we are. Thanksgiving is just a couple days away, and you're going to get together with a lot of family. Some of them you'll say you love, some of them you might not love as well. Well, we're going to talk about that, what love is here. And 1 Peter 4:8, let's read it together. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. I love this verse. I love all the verses about love. Love wasn't emphasized when I was a kid. Love was up to you to figure out what it was. And I didn't realize the Bible expressed love as laying down your life in 1 Corinthians 13 about not being rude. I didn't realize that until I got older. And this verse really is interesting. It says, above all, regardless of what happens, regardless of the circumstances, whatever's going on, keep loving one another. Not just keep loving one another earnestly. Make sure it's a point of what you do. Earnestly, make sure they know you love them. Because, sometimes when I'm counseling people, I'll have somebody say, I used to love them. What do you mean you used to love them? No, you didn't. I remember irritating a guy one time. He said, I used to love her. I said, no, you didn't. You never loved her. Oh, yes, I did. No, you had sex with her. No, you got along pretty well together, but you didn't love her. He says, why do you say that? I said, because love isn't for a good day. Love's for a bad day. Love's for when the wheels start to come off the cart. Love's when the budget doesn't balance. Love's when things are starting to get a little tight. Love's when somebody comes home and lost their job. Love's when things just aren't working out too well. And we're to love one another earnestly. Make sure they know you love them. Take the time. Take the effort to make sure they know. Why? See, Peter answers this all. And how many words are in this verse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In 14 words, he says, above all, keep loving earnestly. And then he tells us why. Love covers a multitude of sins. Listen, love isn't for when it's sinlessness. We're all sinners. Love is for when the sin starts to impact my life. I got to tell you something. I don't tell this to too many people. I love my wife. I don't care what she does. I don't care what goes on. I love her, and I always will. There are sometimes my mind wants to stray from that, and I always bring it back together by going, no, I love my wife. She's a beautiful person. I don't love her just because it's a good day. I love her even when it's a bad day. And it covers a multitude of sins. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that she's sinning. I don't even know about that. I don't ask her what it is, sin, but it covers it. Christ's love covers our sin. That's why our love should cover someone else's sin. Christ went to the cross and laid his life down for us. He bled out for us. He was our sacrifice. Why? Because he loved us. And he just asks us to resemble that with him and to do the same thing. Because what we'll do by that, we'll understand a little bit more about what he did for us. See, I find that often in Scripture. Christ calls us to do something. It's not for any other good, but to realize how much and what he did for us. Because we soon forget. Now, if you say, I used to love them, it's because I'm going to say you never did. Because love doesn't stop. Love never fails. And you love each other, keep one another, loving each other earnest. Sometimes you got to work at it. I'll admit. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes those issues start getting stacking on you. You're like, I don't know about this. Always go back to the first day you met. I remember the first day I met my wife. I remember the first time I saw her. I remember she asked me out, by the way. She was the first one to ask me out. I remember. I remember when the girl came and said, "Hey, Janice Ring wants to know if you, Janice Ritter was her name, wants to know if you'll go with her." I knew exactly who she was talking about. I said, "The big brown-eyed girl with the long brown hair." Yeah, my wife used to have long brown hair, long all halfway down her back. I couldn't believe she chopped it all off one day. But yeah, I love her. And when we're not together, when life separates us, I miss her. I miss her more than anything. But it's not just about, we're supposed to miss the brothers like that. We're supposed to miss our children like that. We're supposed to love our children that way. And listen, children can sometimes be the tough ones to love earnestly. But what makes us respond to maybe even their sin is our love. And it covers it. So is there somebody who needs to be covered by your love? Think about it this week and go do it. Hey, thanks for joining us this week. Next week, we'll get through Thanksgiving and we'll have our last November Chaplain's Moment. We'll be looking at Romans 13:8, see what that has to say about love. Thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving.